and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nyambura and this is 100 on Books. Today I'm going to be talking about the books I read in May of 2023. May was a really rough month for me personally, and it showed in how many books I read. I read less than 10 books. I read 5 books in May. So this is going to be a short video because also it was May. I'm recording this in September, so as you can imagine, I remember a lot of what I read. Let's begin. The first book I finished was A Sleeping Car Porter by Suzette Meyer, and I did this as a hybrid read. The audiobook is narrated by Chris McPherson. I think I picked this up because Lindy over at Lindy's Magpie Reads had good things to say about it, but also, if I remember correctly, MJ had read it. But I know for a fact Raul read it and he wrote quite a detailed review of it. I'm going to post it down below. So I picked it up. It follows a sleeping car porter, as the title suggests, who is gay, or at the very least has a same-sex attraction, and he's in a trip in Canada, and he's on this journey to earn money so that he can be able to go to dental school. So he's really driven, really motivated to save as much money as possible. Dentistry, that's appropriate considering I recently got braces. But yeah, to get as much money as possible, but also to stay on the right side of the company so that he doesn't lose his job and his chance of ever going to dentistry school. A bunch of other things happen. It's a story of desire, a story of sex and sexuality, race, discovery, both in terms of not wanting to be discovered but also discovering oneself. And yeah, trying to remember if there's anything else. Also family and love, because the way he's able to go to Canada is that a member of his family basically pays for his passage to Canada from what I assumed were the islands, like the Caribbean islands. Yeah, so I quite enjoyed it. If it's evident I don't remember a lot, it's because, as somebody said, if I don't write a review the moment I'm done with a book, finish and clear. But yeah, I enjoyed this book. The next book I finished was Very Cold People by Sarah Manguso, and this book is set in a small town and it tackles whiteness, class, these notions of being married to who one is married to, literally, but also one's family name, one's family history, and so on. It was a very American book. Like, there's a way in which Americans, being a republic and all of that, eschew, or do you say eschew? But eschew, um, aristocracy and nobility and all of those things, but it plays out, like those same dynamics play out for them in particular ways that are always interesting to watch and to witness. So this was one of those books where it's clear that the characters in the book are almost obsessed with status and things like those, but I guess they say in a very American fashion. Another one where I remember even less about this book than I do about The Sleeping Car Porter, so we'll move on. The next book I finished was Drama Free, A Guide to Managing Unhealthy Family Relationships by Nedra Glover Tawwab, which I did as a hybrid read, and the audiobook is narrated by the author. I picked up this book because I loved Tawwab's first book, Set Boundaries, Find Peace. I've talked about it in the past here. It's a book that really changed my life in a lot of ways. And I think I spoke about this particular book, Drama Free, during our previous Maktaba Banenos, when I was talking about how family, where I'm from, extends beyond just your mother and your father and your siblings to your extended family and so on. And so you have all of these dynamics one has to navigate at any one point. So this book has really great pointers, and it's probably something I'll be coming back to and referring to in the future. Next was Fat Talk, Parenting in the Age of Diet Culture by Virginia Soul Smith. I did this also as a hybrid, and it was narrated by the author. Uh, well, it's literally what it says on the tin, Parenting in the Age of Diet Culture. I found out about this book because I subscribed to Soul Smith's newsletter. So she shared the very first chapter of the book as an audiobook and as text in the newsletter, and I was really intrigued. So I picked it up the moment it was available. And in this book, Virginia talks about these ideas of fatness, how fatness is tackled in especially American society, how to bring up a child in such a way that they're not so closely caught up in their body size, whether they're on the larger side or the smaller side, how to bring up children who are empathetic, and how to manage food, the care and feeding of children, whether or not they're ravenous. It's an interesting read. If you listen to the podcast, a lot of the ideas will be familiar, and even if you don't, it's a really accessible book. Lastly, Mamo by Suze Millage, which I suspect I picked up because Lindy talked about it. Lindy over at Lindy's Magpie Reads talked about it, but I'm also sure that MJ had good things to say about it. I'm going to put links to Lindy's channel and to MJ's Goodreads profile downstairs, as well as Raul's. I mentioned Raul earlier in this video. Yeah, so this is a graphic novel that follows a young woman when she goes to talk to a witch that has recently landed in their village. She finds out a lot about the witch, but she also finds out quite a lot about herself. And there's also a sapphic element in the story, which I found quite charming. Overall, I really enjoyed the book, and I'd love to read more from Sue's Village. That's it. That's all the books I read in May. As I said, it was quite the month. I did not do much reading. I just managed to scrape by in terms of the Kindle challenge. And here we are in September. Hopefully, the next time you see me, I'll be talking about my June reads and making progress towards getting to September so that I'm able, at the very least, at the end of this week, I'm recording this on September the 4th, to be able to start talking about my September books. That's it from me. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and all the good things, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.